Hey everybody, I'm coming making this video message and I just want to talk to a certain group of people. The group of people that I want to talk to are the people who are dating and it is getting serious, and there has been conversations between you and the woman you're dating or you and the man you're dating about meeting their parent or parents. Those are the people that I want to address in this video message. Now, many people come to me and they tell me how they may be dating a guy, or the fellas say that they may be dating a woman, and they are anxious or they feel kind of nervous because soon they would have to meet that man or that woman's parents. And when I ask them why are they nervous or why do they feel intimidated, they'll say, well, I don't have all of my stuff together, and I want to make a good impression. Let me explain something to you all, and I really mean this. And for those it resonates with, I want you to really take it to heart and just think about it. Anyway, when you are in a place where you are dating someone, people have to understand that you are not a finished product. None of us are a finished product. I don't care how much you have accomplished. I don't care how much you have attained in your life. I don't care what position you're in. None of us are a finished product. And so when it gets to a point where you feel anxious, you feel nervous, or you feel intimidated by meeting a man's parents, ladies, or you feel nervous or anxious, fellas, when it's time for you to meet a woman's parents, I just want to tell you 100% to be authentically you, because those of you who are in the kingdom of God, people, they don't look past what they see on the surface. And let me break that down. What's on the surface is people are looking at you in a physical sense. They see you physically, they see how you dress, they may see how you walk, how you talk, how you wear your hair. You may share with them some things as far as your opinion or your feelings and how you think when it comes to particular things. But outside of that, people don't know what you are putting before God. People do not know what you are praying about. People do not know what you are working on. And so behind the scenes, when you have a one-on-one relationship with God, things that are not great about you, things that are not ironed out and cleaned up in your life, it is not everybody else's business. That is a personal, individual journey that is between you and God. And so what I'm saying is that if you are at a level or at a point where you're dating someone now, and those certain particular little things about you are not all cleaned up and worked out, you don't need to be concerned about that. You don't need to be worried about that. You need to focus on the situation at hand. That is the man or the woman you are dating. Because at the end of the day, the mom and dad is not dating you. You don't have to deal with the mother and father. You're not going to marry the mother and father. Now, let me tell you this. Parents are going to have an opinion. All parents are going to have an opinion. Parents are going to have an opinion about the person you're dating. Parents are going to have an opinion about the company you keep, certain friends that you hang around. Parents are going to have an opinion about where you choose to live. Parents are going to have an opinion about how you spend money or what you spend your money on. And you can be a full-grown man or woman. Parents are like that. So, with that being said, you have to understand that even with all of that, you can be looked at as a person who has all of your stuff together. You can be looked at as a man or woman who has accomplished what you were supposed to accomplish in your life. You are very successful. You look great on the outside. You have a great personality. You have the charisma. You're popular and people like you, or whatever it is. But even with all of that, I'm here to tell you that parents will still pick something out about you that they may not exactly care for, or they may not agree with, or they may not like. It could be what you believe in. It could actually be your religion. It could be the school you decided to go to. It could be the neighborhood you live in. They may say something about how you look physically. They may want you to look a different way. There are actual parents out here who get real particular like that. And they feel like if you have not gotten to the level they've gotten, you're not good enough to date their daughter. You're not good enough to date their son. But again, you need to just focus on the situation at hand, and that is dating that man or that woman that you love, that you are connected with, and that you are getting serious with. So many people, they begin to put on an air, or they will outright lie about who they are because they want to impress the parents of the man or woman they are dating. So all I'm saying in this video message is, you do not give in to that. Be yourself. Now, as long as you are not being abusive to the man or woman you're dating, what are you intimidated by? What are you nervous about? What are you anxious about? Ladies, if you are dating a man and you are not cursing that man out, calling that man out of his name, taking advantage of that man, playing games with that man, and just outright mistreating him, what are you worried about if it's getting close to the time for you to meet his parents? And vice versa. Fellas, if you are dating a woman, if you are not being abusive to that woman, if you are not mistreating that woman, if you are not disrespecting that woman and calling that woman out of her name, then why are you concerned about what that woman's parents are going to think about you? You don't need to be concerned about that, because again, what you need to iron out, what you need to work out, what you need to clean up in your life, parents don't know what you are praying about. Parents don't know what you're going to God about. Parents don't know what your long-term goals are unless you tell them. And so what I'm saying is that you need to be secure and confident in the fact of, hey, you know what? I may not have it all together, but I love this man. I may not have it all together, but I love this woman. I want to be with him for the rest of my life. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. So many people out here, they have cut friends off. They have cut a man off. They have cut a woman off. They have fallen out with somebody that they truly cared about and loved simply because of the opinion of the mother or father. And you have got to understand that once you are from up under your mother and father, the decisions that you make in your life, it has nothing to do with your mom and dad. Now, don't get me wrong, because I don't want anybody to twist this video message around. I'm not saying don't respect what your mother and father comes to you with. You have the reverence for your mother and father, because ultimately when a parent is telling you, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, I don't think he is a good fit for you, daughter, or I don't think he's a good fit for you, she's not a good fit for you, son. Whatever the situation is, I'm not telling you all to discount everything your parent says. We love our parents. When my parents were alive, I respected their opinion. I respected when they came to me with advice and they told me, you know, don't do this, don't do that. But it also got to a point, where I had to understand that decisions that I made in my life, ultimately, it wouldn't affect them. It would not affect them. There are some things that may affect you to a certain extent, because when you marry into a family, if certain things are going on in their relationship, it would affect the family as a whole, depending on what it is. There have been men that have married certain women, or women have married a certain type of man, and that man had, or that woman had, an alcohol or a drug problem. And so when they relapsed, or when they indulged and something kicked off, then family members had to get involved. Okay, so if there are not really, really big situations like that, then you don't need to be concerned about what a man or a woman's parent or parents are going to think of you when you go to meet them. You need to just 100% be yourself. You let the parents know, look, I love your son. We have a connection with each other. We are in agreement that we want to make this relationship work, and I love him. Fellas, you do the same thing. You can tell a woman's parents, I love her. We have a connection. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. I'm not a perfect man, but I'm going to do the very best that I can once she becomes my wife. And so this video message is not for all of you. It is very different. But this is a conversation that needs to be had, because there are so many people who they are always in a situation with a man or woman's parents that they are seeing. And sometimes when it's not checked before it goes into marriage, things come out later down the line, and there becomes a place of tension and beef, and a parent may despise the husband or wife that you have in your life. This is why in the beginning, when you bring that man or woman to your parents, you have to watch what goes on within that family. You have to watch the attitudes and the temperament of those parents, because some parents are very controlling of their child. Believe it or not, there are some people out here, they have also lost beautiful relationships because they had a mother that was very controlling, or they had a father that was very controlling, and every single thing that their child did, the mother or father was behind it. If they moved somewhere, the parents were all in their business, telling them who they could and couldn't have in and out of their house. Or if they were helping that child pay the rent or pay the mortgage there, they felt like they had a say-so, or they have a say-so about who can come in and out of the house. All types of things go on with a lot of different people in these situations. Okay, so I'm just letting you all know, if you are at this place, again, as I close out, if you are at this place where you are dating a man or a woman, and you all have had a conversation and you said, you know what, I want you to meet my mother and father, I want to take you to meet my parents, things are getting serious with us now, and I just want them to meet you, and I want them to know how much I love you or how much I care about you. All I'm telling those of you, if you're in that position, you don't need to be intimidated. You don't need to be scared, nervous, or anxious. You need to be yourself. If you currently right now are the absolute best version of yourself, your life is not over. It doesn't mean that other things going on with you that are not perfected yet, it does not mean that your life is over and that it's too late for you. You are constantly in a state of growing and evolving and elevating. And so you need to just come, have basic manners, have respect, and just be authentic. Tell the parents, you know, I love your son, I love your daughter, and leave it at that. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.